Damn, this metro is taking forever. You know when the train comes?
We're probably gonna have to wait another 30 minutes for it to arrive.
What can we do to pass the time? Oh yeah, Super, I got a question for you.
What?
So you know Legos, right?
Oh, you mean like Lego Fortnite?
I didn't want to do this, Super. Domain expansion, malevolent. Hey everyone, welcome to the first of 3 parts in the Underutilized and Unknown series. Today, as the title states, we'll be discussing a very obscure and kind of amateur Lego film from many years back. I wanted to highlight this one for many reasons, but let's just start the video already. This is the Lego Star Wars Deathtroopers film. In order to explain why I like it so much, we have to analyze the material itself. It is a fairly short 2-part series that was meant to have 3, but we'll talk about that later. Don't expect this video to be too long is all I'm saying. I know I'm going to be saying a bunch of geek stuff, but just stay along with me, and I hope you have some decent knowledge for Star Wars for this video. The film begins aboard a Star Destroyer. The Imperial officer is informed that another Star Destroyer has come in collision with theirs and is halting them from going back into hyperspace. Oh yeah, if you'll notice, this was made over 8 years ago as of this video releasing. So if the quality of the video is not up to your standards, deal with it. For the majority of the 2 parts, there's basically no audio besides the voice actor, which kind of makes it even more spookier than it seemed to be. Anyway, the Admiral rounds up a group to go check on the other ships since they seem to get no response from them. We got our main group of 6, including the commander of the group. They enter the Star Destroyer, which seemingly is completely dark and silent. The lighting on the scene I'm sure is not intentional, but it's really good in terms of giving off an unnerving vibe. There's only one small light that shines above, and basically darkness clouding where the light doesn't shine. Tension begins to build as one of the officers believed that there was an attack on the ship, but it isn't known what attacked the ship. The question was answered shortly later on when it is confirmed that one of the soldiers died from an infection. The medical officer notices that there seem to be life forms, but the soldiers are dead, so it makes no sense. Or so it seems. A scream is heard and everyone heads to where the noise came from. One of the remaining soldiers on the group tells the group that someone bit him, and they come to a revelation that there's a zombie infection on the ship. They retreat back to their ship and then another revelation comes in. Turns out when they collided with the other ship, their fuel tank broke and now they're trapped in place. The first part concludes with the Admiral being both confused and worried for what's to come. Around 12 days after the first part releases, the second and unfortunately last part is uploaded to YouTube. You'll see what I mean later. One of the soldiers are sent down to the other ship to turn on the power. The reason why will be explained later in the episode. For some reason, the stormtrooper went alone. Like, you could have at least had one other person go with you. I thought y'all knew that there was a zombie virus. The soldier reaches the panel safely and activates the lights. However, as soon as it activates, the zombie is revealed. The zombie then rushes the stormtrooper and he kills it, but then gets bodied by another one. The lights deactivate and he gets infected, giving us our first death of the series. Meanwhile, a medical officer goes with the Admiral and the Commander to scout out the area, and they also encounter a hostile mob of zombies, or more better known as Deathtroopers. The medical officer holds them off while the Commander and Admiral go to a different sector of the ship. The reason why the Admiral wanted the power back on was in order to communicate with the different Star Destroyers so they can pick them back up. However, it seems the main generator that activates the lights is overrun by zombies, so where can they even obtain that power? Turns out there is a solution, but it requires a hefty price. There's a backup generator somewhere on the ship, but they don't have the map to find it. If they are able to reach it though, they can contact the Star Destroyer. Unfortunately, the series ends on a small cliffhanger with the Admiral and Commander preparing to make their way to the backup generator. There are 2 trailers for part 3, and from them we can gather that the main group of 5 is split into teams across the ship. Looks like it would have been the best of the 3 parts because of how much action there is. They also end up regrouping near the end, so it seems. There may have even been a 4th part planned out because of the second trailer. It was worked on for 2 years during 2017 to 2018, but unfortunately the last news we got from it was the second trailer. Sucks because I'm sure it would have been really cool to see. Overall, I really enjoyed this super small Lego film, and while it isn't as high quality as other Death Trooper Lego animations, I think it is my favorite one, mainly because of the way it was done. It was such a small scale project, but there are so many little things that made it so spooky for no reason, such as there only being one light source on the second ship, or the silence for a majority of the time. Also, this is a very small group of like 5 to 6 stormtroopers. In comparison, a few other Lego videos usually either hold up groups of 10 to 12 or groups with a ton of ammunition. This group is kind of like a group of 6, and they really only have a few firearms, and some of the soldiers are kind of bad at defending themselves. This sets up for a perfect scenario because it really makes you question if any of them will survive. We don't even know the full scale of how many zombies could be on the other ship. So far we've seen like 3 to 5, but from the 3rd part trailer there seems to be over 40 maybe. That was my little analysis on the series. It's pretty amateurish, but if you want to watch it, the link will be in the description. I'm sure the younger socio in me would be very proud of my work doing this video. For more Death Trooper Lego films, I should also recommend Dead Space, which seems to be of higher quality than the other, but is less creepy in my opinion. Or the most recent Death Trooper project in 2022, Blackwing. It gives me those vibes that the Death Trooper Stanley version gave. All 3 of these are really good picks, so go watch them in the description if you like. But yeah, that's mostly the end for part 1 of the Underutilized and Unknown series. Up next is... oh yeah, how could I forget?